Once again, good morning, dear student. Now, today we have the science class, and today we are going to start the next chapter. So, how are you feeling all? Everybody okay? Fine? Yes. How was your Rakhi? You enjoyed? Yes, everybody, you enjoyed very well. Huh? So now let's come to point. So as you know that in general way, if you see in your surrounding, nearby your area, around us, so we can find the living and non-living things. Means in our surroundings, generally you can see the living things and the non-living things. In the living things, you can see the plants and the animals. So plants and animals that are living organisms or living things. But apart from that, you can imagine that the organisms that can around you, but you cannot see it from your naked eyes. Means there are many living organisms nearby us or in our surrounding area or around us, but we are not able to see them with our naked eyes. So that type of organisms is called microorganisms. So microorganisms means the organisms which cannot seen through the naked eyes. Means we are not seen with our open eye or naked eye is known as microorganisms. So now today's our topic is microorganisms. So now we are discussing or we are going to start the second chapter, microorganisms, friend and foe. So this the chapter, it gives idea about the microorganisms and why this microorganisms is known as friend. Friend means someone who helpful for you. Okay, and foe means a friend. Just opposite to friend means enemy. It's not useful or not good for us. So this microorganisms is considered as a friend and a foe. So first of all, what is microorganisms? So microorganism means the organisms which cannot seen through our naked eyes. Means these are the very small, minute, small, tiny organisms, living organisms which cannot seen through our naked eyes. That is known as microorganisms. So you can say that microorganism means some minute, small or tiny organisms which cannot seen by us with the naked eyes. Means the organisms which cannot see with the naked eyes. That organisms is known as microorganisms. Now this microorganism, the first time this microorganisms is observed by the scientist whose name is Antony Leeuwenhoek. So who first time observed the microorganisms? The microorganisms is first time observed by the scientist Leeuwenhoek. Antony von Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek is a scientist who first time observed the microorganisms. Okay. Scientist who First time. Who observed first time? Leeuwenhoek. Leeuwenhoek is the scientist who first time observed the microorganisms. Now, next we are discussing about the what is microbiology. So, microbiology. Anyone can define the microbiology? Basically, this word is made up of two words, micro plus biology. And as you know that biology means study about the organisms, means living things, study about the organisms, either it is plants and the animals. Further, it's divided into the botany and geology for the animals and the plant. But basically, biology means study about the animals, means you can say about the living organism. So here microbiology, micro means the study about the small organisms or tiny organisms. So microbiology means what? The branch of science So microbiology means it is the branch of science which deals with the study of microorganisms. Means basically it's a special branch of science under which the scientists study about the microorganisms. So microbiology means it's a branch of science which deals with the study about microorganisms. Now, based on the number of studies, now next we are going to discuss about the classification, means what are the different types and the groups of microorganisms. So now on the basis on the study number of studies, the microorganisms can be classified into the basic 5 groups. Means we can classify microorganisms into basic 5 classes or 5 groups. So classification. Sometimes microorganisms also known as microbes. So classification of microbes. So microorganisms can be classified into the 5 groups. So these can be classified, means microorganisms can be classified or divided into the 5 classes. Means there are the different 5 groups of microorganisms. So what are these? So first one is the what? Virus. Viruses. Second one, bacteria. Third, fungi. Fourth one, protozoa. And fifth one is algae. So now these are the 5 major group or major classes of microorganisms. Means microorganisms can be this small or tiny organisms can be classified into this five categories or five classes. First one is viruses, second one is bacteria, third one is fungi, fourth one is protozoa, and fifth one is algae. So now in this chapter we are going to discuss about this all the five classes. Means we are going to discuss in detail what are the viruses, what are the nutrition, how they get, what are the ways of, what are the methods of nutrition, what are the methods of reproduction, how it is useful and how it is harmful for us. So we are going to discuss this all the five classes in detail. So shall I rough this? So now first it's about the viruses. So viruses, these viruses are even smaller than, these are the microorganisms, tiny organisms, even they are smaller than the bacteria. Means this viruses is smaller than a bacteria. So very small. And viruses, they behave like a living and non-living organisms. Means sometimes it behave like a living organisms and sometimes non-living. So when there will be a favorable condition, it behave like a what? Living organisms. And when the condition is not favorable, so it become in a crystalline form or inactive form, or you can say in a non-living form. So now we are talking about the viruses. So first we are discussing a habitat. First, habitat of microorganisms. So as you know that this all the five classes, means viruses, bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. Or habitat, as you know what is habitat? Habitat means the living place of an organisms where they are found. So this all the microorganisms survive anywhere. Habitat means they survive anywhere. Okay, so microorganisms found anywhere means everywhere. Anywhere means in our whole surroundings. It can be found everywhere. Microorganisms found anywhere means all types of climatic conditions or in any range of environment. Means it may be present in a ice cold climate. It can be found in a desert area. Microorganisms can be found in marshy places. It can be found in a hot spring. Even that these are found in the air, water and soil. They are also found in the human body and in the plants. Means this microorganisms can found everywhere. Means in cold climate, cold climate, hot spring, desert area, marshy places, air, water, soil, in animals and plants body, and also found in a human body. Means there on this universe, or you can say in our surrounding, there will be no place where it is not found. Means it found everywhere. All the places occupied by the microbes. Means everywhere. Even directly it can be found in our body, in a plant body, in the animal body. It can found in the hot spring. It found in a marshy area, desert area, icy cold climate. Means all the kind of climatic conditions are favorable for about microorganisms. Means all these are the living place of microorganisms. These all things are the home or house or a habitat for the microorganism. Means it can found everywhere. Sometimes the microorganisms can be found singularly. Means for example Chlamydomonas or some bacteria, they can live in solitary form. Means singly they want to live, and some are just like a volvox, they form the colony. Means they are live in a group. So some are solitary means they found singly, or some microbes they want to live in a group or by making a colonies. So these are the what habitat. So now next we are going to discuss. If you want to note down it by pausing the video. So now next we are discussing about the viruses. It's clear? I hope it's clear for everyone. Means this all the places are occupied by what? Microorganisms. Means microorganisms, this bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoans and everything can be found in all these places. Okay. Now, so next we are going to discuss about virus. Okay, note down it. So first, viruses. First we are talking about the habitat of a virus. So virus means it's present everywhere. And viruses, these are the smaller than they are maybe living or non-living. Means viruses can be living organisms or maybe non-living organisms. As I told you that when there will be a favorable condition, means when the viruses enter inside the human body or plant body or animal body, it behave like a living organisms. But outside it behave like a non-living organisms. Okay, it's a form of crystalline structure, that is a non-living structures, but when it enter into the human body or animal body, it start rapidly growth and it behave like a living organisms. Now next so it is clear, it is found everywhere, means in the soil, water and air. It is found in the animals, human body or a plant's body. Now next we are discussing or talking about the structure of viruses. So normally the body structure of a virus body is consists of two things, the outer body and inner core. So inner nuclear core consists of DNA and RNA. Okay, means inner nuclear core that consists of DNA and RNA, and second things outer covering or you can say coat is made up of protein, that is called capsid. Okay, so the virus body is consists of two main part: nuclear inner core, means central portion or inner core, that is consists of RNA and DNA, genetic material as genetic material, and outer covering or outer coat is made up of a protein layer, that is called a capsid. Suppose that if you see this is the virus body like this. This outer covering is known as a capsid, or sometimes it is also known as sheath or a protein layer. This is a protein layer, or this is what a nuclear core, which is made up of DNA or a RNA. So this is the simple structure of a virus. So virus body consists of two things: inner central core, nuclear core, which is made up of RNA and DNA. DNA deoxyribonucleic acid and RNA ribonucleic acid. So both these are what a genetic material which have the genetic information in the form of genes. And outer covering, that is made up of a capsid, which is made up of a protein layer. Okay, so these are the simple structure of micro organisms or for the virus. Now next we are talking about the nutrition, means how it take its food. Nutrition means what? It's a process of intaking of food. So this is how it is formed or how it is derived in food. Any guess? How the viruses get or derive their food? Anyone? Any guess? Yes. So viruses, they are depends on what a host cell, means they are getting their food from the other cell. You can say from a host cell or a other cell. So they can derive their food from they derived their food from where? From the host cell. Host cell means the cell or organisms in which the virus entered and start their reproduction or increase their number. So from host cell it derives food. Okay. Now next we are discussing about what are the harmful effects of virus. Shall I rough it? If you want to note down. So now next we are going to discussing about what the harmful effects or a disadvantage of viruses. So as you know that the viruses mostly this cause disease. Mostly as you know now today we are suffering from the COVID-19 and this COVID-19 due to what? Coronavirus. So this virus, this coronavirus is means mostly this all the viruses causes animals in the plants and animals. Whatever type of disease we are suffering, this all the disease causes mostly due to viruses. And viruses also main cause for a disease in the plants and the animals. So first things what? It causes in a disease in a plant, animal or a human being. Means the main causes for a disease in human is a virus. For example, many diseases like this polio, AIDS, common cold, influenza. This all diseases mostly caused by water. This all are caused by the microbes, which is known as water virus. So this all also measles, this all are diseases caused by the virus. Means the virus is a positive organism for this all the diseases. This all disease is caused now. One more important is COVID-19. This is also due to what? Coronavirus. Mostly the fatally or badly we are today suffering. World is suffering by this problem COVID-19. So this is also known as coronavirus. Second things. This is in a plants. Viruses also cause a disease in a plants. For example, TMV means tobacco mosaic virus. This TMV, this tobacco mosaic virus is responsible for a tobacco mosaic disease in a tobacco. It is also maize dwarf, CMV means cucumber, mosaic virus. So many diseases, many more diseases that causes due to virus in plants. Then diseases in animals like foot and mouth disease, foot and mouth disease. This mostly this disease is caused due to virus in animals like pigs and hoof-fed animals. Okay. So these are what harmful effects or disadvantages of viruses. Now next we are going to discuss about one other topic that is called bacteriophage. So this all you can go through from your textbook. Now next, what is bacteriophage?